Greetings, everybody. I'm here to talk about my experience at the Fest for Beatles fans, Chicago. Took place August 9th, 10th, and 11th. My very first time in Chicago and my first time at a Chicago Fest. Let me tell you that I had a great time here. And I'm going to start by discussing the Fest, my opinions of it, what I did, and especially I want to get to a list of people who I met. Now, some of you may not be interested in this, and you could skip ahead to the point where I actually show you some pickups, things that I actually got, and gifts I was given at the fest. Okay, so to start with, let me tell you that the hotel, the Hyatt Regency O'Hare, was a really nice hotel, very big. I was told in advance it's very roomy. You can get around. Things are spread out nicely. I did enjoy the hotel and I did enjoy the layout. Um, if I'll tell you, the room I stayed in wasn't very big. I was surprised about that, but the hotel, for the purposes of the actual fest, was very good and it accommodated it very well. All right. So people are asking me, well, what did you like better? Did you like the New Jersey, New York Fest better, or did you like the Chicago Fest better? Well, it's too early to make that determination. I've only been to one Chicago Fest, and I've been to many, 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 many New York, New Jersey fests since 1981. So that gives you an idea of that. I can't tell you, but I did recognize that. It was a little more, I don't know, laid back, slightly more laid back at Chicago. I think this particular Fest 2024, Chicago, was very well attended from what I could see. I think maybe because it was a combination of the 50th anniversary of the Fest for Beatles fans, which began as Beatle Fest in 1974, and also that it was the 60th anniversary of the Beatles' arrival in America. I think that might have drew in more people. I don't know, but it was well attended all 3 days, I thought. So that was good. I will say the food was good. I thought pretty much at the hotel. And also, I will say that I got to have my first Chicago hot dog from Portillo's, courtesy of my friend and co-host of For Talk More Talk, Kit O'Toole. She looked after me and she made sure I got that Chicago dog. I also had some Chicago pizza for the first time. It was not deep dish. I did not have the deep dish pizza. I had a thin crust one. Very bizarre, them slicing it in different directions in little squares instead of here in New York, 8 triangles. So that was a little weird. The taste was good. I thought it tasted very good. I thought the crust left a little bit to be desired, a little on the brittly side and whatnot, but that's my opinion. So, let's see. The only significant complaint that I have about the experience at the O'Hare in Chicago was it was freezing. The air conditioning was way up, and I was not prepared for it. I thought, oh well, I can just go there with my t-shirt on. It's summertime, right? Didn't think that the air conditioner would be so intense. Next time, if I do go to the Chicago Fest again, I will make sure that I have an extra zip-up jacket or something, okay? Because it's too cold there. It gets too cold there. And we'll see if I go again. Although I really enjoyed myself at the fest, I really, really did. And the people there were so nice. So everybody, staff, people, everybody nice. It's the flying that I don't like, and I don't just mean the flight itself. I'm talking about the security, the boarding, getting on board, the waiting around, the luggage, the baggage claim, that whole thing. I hate that. I don't like traveling for that reason. All right, so we got that out of the way. Now, before I show you some of the stuff that I got, I first want to acknowledge people that I met there. Some of them, of course, I've known already for a long time. Some of them I met for the first time. I'm going to inadvertently forget people. I'm sure of that. So apologies in advance. If you're listening to this, you say, "Hey, he didn't mention me." I'm doing this all from memory. okay, and doing the best I can, so please bear with me. Okay, so these are the people that I want to acknowledge. First of all, Tom, Mr. Beatles Pro, uh, Mr. Sticker Mania and his son Travis and his whole family. Mr. Sticker Mania, I just want to take a moment if you're listening. I really was happy to meet you. We had a lot of fun talking and hanging around one night and discussing stuff. But I'm sorry, and I regret that I didn't take any video of us, so next time. Okay, and next, Mikey Arugula, of course. Robert Logan. Robert Logan wanted me to go to a Chicago Fest for a long time now, and I finally did it. It was good to see Robert Logan. Jeremy, of course. Jeremy's a really kind, generous guy. He was my tour guide for my first time in Chicago. Yorkie Girl, Marianne. Peter Hicks. Thomas Calden. Eric. Lynette. Lynette is on my live streams a lot. Lizzie79, Liz. Christine Summer. Tony DeMeo. Marvin G. Ed Chen. Lonnie Pena. Joan Borelli. Heidi, the Two Legs MVP, as they call her. Wes Wennerstrom. Tom Hunyadi and Andy Nichols, of course. Kid O'Toole. Ken Womack. Ethan Alexanian, Skylar Moody, Jen Hooper, and Michael Mickrut. I don't know how to say your name exactly, Michael Mickrut, but thank you. It was good hanging around with you too. And I'm sure there were a lot more that I can't really recall right now. But that's off the top of my head. So that didn't take quite as long as I thought, although it is 7 minutes. Okay, let's start with t-shirts. These are t-shirts that I acquired at the fest. I was given this t-shirt as a gift from Mikey Arugula. Yellow is not my color, but nevertheless, we will get this on. And you can see it has the Mikey Arugula symbol there. And on the back, if you happen to be a guest when he's like talking to you, or we're talking to you, the two of us, you have this thing. I was a guest on Rare Beatles Collecting with Mikey Arugula. So that's the first one up. All right. This shirt here that I'm wearing, George Harrison Extra Texture shirt. I really love the shirt. Not wild about the album. I love 3 songs on it, but the shirt I'm wild about. So I like the shirt. Okay. I got a John Lennon shirt. That's one. I got this free shirt here from the gang over at Two Legs. Two Legs, Paul McCartney podcast. Okay, a Now and Then shirt. We can't really read that well. Now and Then, and the B-side, so to speak, Love Me Do. The writing could have been a little better on that design, I always thought. Okay, I got one more shirt. Another John Lennon shirt. And there it is. 1972, live in New York City. Okay, so that takes care of the shirts. Now, first up, I mentioned earlier, Tom, Mr. Beatles Pro. Got a great channel. He's a great collector. I met him and his brother, and I forgot to mention him. I'm mentioning him now. Okay, so good meeting them. It was great. One of the highlights of the fest for me was getting to meet Tom finally, and he gave me some gifts to start with. This is a pack of Sun Country cooler. I think it says reserved. I think these are table reservations or something like this. Ringo. This is back in like 1987, I think, or so, before Ringo, of course, sobered up. And he was a spokesperson for Sun Country wine cooler. And he knows, Tom, he knows that I love collecting stuff, solo Beatles promotional items. So also gave me this, which is great. Another, looks like a collection, maybe a few. Ringo Refund $1. Any flavor. Ringo refund, $1. Any flavor. So, all right, now, the biggest surprise of all, and incredible. I don't have one of these, and Tom gave me one for free. He just gave it to me. And it's none other than a peeled butcher cover. Let's make this a thumbnail. There it is. Yeah, there it is. Beatles butcher cover, peeled, third state. What can I say? Thank you again, Tom. It means a lot to me and a very generous gift. Okay. Then, let's see now. I also met, did I say Wes? I hope I did. I think I did. Wes Wennerstrom, who is very generous and thoughtful. He's always sending presents, gifts, things he thinks you want. He makes a lot of compact discs. So he sent me a whole bunch of compact discs. Monkeys video collection, the Monkeys video collection, a couple of discs of that. Rolling Stones, Rolled Gold, plus there's more stuff on there, not the usual rolled gold. And then Kinks Chronicles 64 to 66, 67 to 70. He also remembered that I kind of was looking for this disc, Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass Classics, Volume 1. And here it is. I mean, you know, he knew that I was looking for this, and I had talked about it in one of my videos, and voila, there it is. Thank you, Wes. Means a lot. You know, I bought this item. I was feeling kind of, I don't know. I always feel bad for vendors if I don't buy something, but especially if I'm talking to them. I bought this, photographs from the set of Help, the Beatles, and then I thought, right after I bought it, you know something? I think I got this already. I think I did buy this finally, but I'm not sure. You know, I don't know. Well, if I did, then I bought it again. It was not anywhere near the price that it originally was, you know. So there's some pictures there. And of course I could go through the entire book, which I shall not do. But just to give you a taste of it. How about one more photo? Let's make it a good one, shall we? Okay. There you go. Glare. All right. Very good, very good. Now, next item up. And this is a biggie. This is a biggie here. It's something I picked up. I bought this from Collector Extraordinaire with the Greatest Museum Ever. There'll be a video on this guy. Stay tuned for a long video with myself. Well, I'm recording it, actually. It's really Mikey Arugula talking to Jeff Augsburger and his collection. This is a countertop display. It's for the Hey Jude album, 1970. In great shape. It's got all the tabs and everything so you can stand it up properly. I'm going to probably put it up there on the top of my bookcase. And it's got the songs listed. This is what they did to promote the album. You know, they would have these countertop displays or something. You walk into the record store and you'd see this sitting there. I'm just advertising the album. It's one of the best pieces I own now. I'm really happy about it. All right. Also from Jeff, I got this. He has everything, this man, of course. But he has a lot of pennants. And one of the pennants is this one. Welcome, KEWB. I think that's the name of a radio station. It's in California. I'm pretty sure now that it's San Francisco. KEWB, KEW Beatles. They used to do that in New York. WABC became WA Beatles C. Anyway, you see they got the stick there. That's because you kind of like wave it around when the Beatles were around. Hey, Beatles. I think it's 1965. Original piece. Got that from Jeff Also, I picked this up for only $20. I wasn't sure if I should get it, and I'll explain why. It could be obvious why I was debating it. It's supposed to be a mobile for wings at the speed of sound. It's got the string on here, and you just hang it, and it dangles around, and like that. Now, the only reason I was iffy, it just looks like an album cover with a hole punched in there. He even said he's not sure if this is even complete. That's why it's only $20. But I don't know. There's like sticky tape in there, where once upon a time maybe it was like stuck together. But whatever it is, it'll be something to hang up in the room, no problem. So, is that the end of the line here? That came pretty fast. Yeah, I think so. Come on, come on. I know I'm gonna find that I missed something at the end of this. Well, that's it then. So anyway, folks, thank you so much for watching. What can I say to conclude this? Again, not to be too repetitious, but I did enjoy myself. You see, the thing about the Fest for Beatles fans for me these days is, as I say, I've been going there since 1981. Not every single fest, but a lot of them. And a lot of people note that it's not the same. For one thing, the dealer's room is very disappointing. Let's face it. The dealer's room in Chicago was even smaller, and I didn't think that could be possible than it had been in New York, New Jersey, you know. Yeah. Still, there's stuff you can find. It's not like you can't find anything, but it's just a smaller selection. And that's the first thing. But these days, I don't go necessarily to see the guests anymore. I mean, I've seen everybody. Mickey Dolenz, I've already seen 2 other times, who was there. I didn't stay to see the virtual discussion between Michael Lindsay Hogg and Peter Jackson, because I've heard everything they have to say about Get Back and Let It Be, so I kind of skipped over that. And guests like Lawrence Juber, Steve Holley, Billy J. Kramer, etc., Frida Kelly, even Randy Bachman. I've seen these people before, you know. So to me, the real allure, if you will, of going to a Beatle Fest, as I still call it now, is because I go there as me and Mr. Mayo. I did 3 panel discussions. You know, I had different topics. I'll have some of them up here if you can watch. You'll see I'll put some videos up here. And I'm kind of like something of a guest, you know. So I'll go in there from the perspective now of a guest. Not so much, I'm an attendee as well, obviously. I'm just an attendee. But now I'm kind of a little more inside a little bit. You know, I'm not trying not to overblow this. But, you know, so people come, they want to see me. They want to say hello. And I love that. Thank you, everybody who said hello to me. Thank you, everybody for saying how much you like my channel. I signed my first in-person autograph for Peter. Peter asked me if I'd please sign an autograph. I think that's Peter. Anyway, no, it wasn't Peter. I'm sorry, I take it back. It was another name. But anyway, be that as it may, that was exciting, you know. And I'm doing the Beatle Fest these days from a different perspective. I go there, yeah, to see occasional guests or performances or things like that, but I'm there primarily to meet people, to network, to socialize, to hang out and talk. You know, that's what I'm there to do and why I love it. So thank you for tuning in. There'll be more content to come from the Beatle Fest.